Now, Channel 8 Eyewitness News, Sports.
The Huskers win it at home for their 4th national championship.
The adrenaline hasn't stopped pumping and you can't sleep, and it'll take a few days to settle down.
The NCAA volleyball title is in town. If you caught it at the beginning of our newscast, Nebraska defeated Texas 3-0 to sweep the national championship. Today, the team had a celebration with its home fans at the Devaney for the school's 4th national title, the 3rd for head coach John Cook. And the team is still swimming in the fact that they just won the whole thing.
I didn't picture anything. I was kind of just, one game at a time, like set at a time. And then after what happened, I mean, it was unreal. It was so cool. And I don't think it's really settled yet that we actually won the whole thing. I kind of did when we saw the banner coming down. You saw it was actually there. I don't know, it's so cool to be a part of this.
I mean, it feels like we won a game, but there were 17,000 plus people there watching. I don't know, it was crazy. The hat helps, but it does, I guess. I don't know, it hasn't really sunk in yet.
Let's have a history lesson. Flashback 20 years ago, Nebraska took down Texas in 4 sets to win its first NCAA title in school history. Terry Pettit was the coach, and he would retire 4 years later. Flash forward from then to year 2000 was Coach John Cook's first year as head coach, and he left Wisconsin to join the Huskers, and then he had to take on the Badgers in the NCAA title game. Nebraska won in 5 sets, and Coach Cook led the Huskers to a perfect season, 34-0 in his first year. 2006, Nebraska won its 3rd national title. The team included greats like Sarah Pavin, Jordan Larson, and Rachel Holloway. They would make the Final Four again in 2008, but they would not make it that far again until this season. The 2015 title is impressive considering the Huskers swept Texas to win it. Here are the last 10 times Nebraska played the Longhorns, starting in 2009, where they lost to the Horns 3 times. They finally got a win in 2010. Then it was 4 straight losses. Twice the Huskers lost in the Elite 8 to Texas. But what have you done for me lately? The Huskers get the last laugh. Oh, and the trophy. Nebraska football held its awards banquet today. Fullback Andy Janovich walked away with 3 different awards. Jack Gangwish won the Guy Chamberlain Trophy. You can view the full list of those Husker football awards on our website, klkntv.com. Husker basketball back to work before the holidays. Samford is the opponent. That's Samford, not Stanford. Samford out of Birmingham, Alabama. First half, Andrew White forces the turnover. Siobhan Shields feeds him for the jam. Take a second look. He kicks it up with his feet. Yeah, he passed it to Siobhan Shields with his feet and then got the finish. And then Siobhan Shields will pour on a 6-0 run by himself to take the lead back from the Bulldogs. Huskers led 30-26 at the break. Second half, things went downhill. 18-4 run is how Samford started it out of the break, and the Huskers really couldn't rally from there. Nebraska trails 44-34. Ty Webster for 3. He only had 7 points. Then Siobhan Shields would hit a 3 soon after, both of those under 3 minutes to go in the game. Shields had a game-high 25. Andrew White and Shields would combine for 42 of Nebraska's 58 points, and they had 18 boards between the two of them. Huskers shoot a season-low 50% from the line. They lose 69-58.
Nobody stepped up to help Andrew and Siobhan. I mean, we go 4 for 20 with 12 turnovers for the rest of the guys. And that won't cut it against anybody. And I just don't know that, that I had them in the mode to self-correct enough.
Once shots weren't falling, I think people started getting down on themselves and hesitating and things like that. And you can't have that happen. And, I mean, when you do things like that, you end up losing games.
NFL football for you today. The Chiefs are red hot, looking to win their 8th in a row at Baltimore. Final seconds, second quarter. Ravens down. Jimmy Clausen, Hail Mary. Check this out. Boy, there are too many Hail Marys in football nowadays. Normally, they're not supposed to be successful, but Kamar Aiken snares it at the 5 and scores. But in the fourth quarter, pick 6. Marcus Peters. Nothing but green grass, a few painted lines in front of them. 90 yards for the big six. Chiefs go on to win 34-14. Also in NFL action, the Broncos lost today. The Packers won today. And Minnesota also won today. And the Panthers are still undefeated. They won on a walk-off field goal.
Big day for football. Thanks, Pete. Your final check of the forecast is coming up after the break.